Good morning. Good morning, everyone. It's already hot today. Welcome. Let's begin our service by standing, and we're going to sing two songs. They're in your bulletin, The Power of Love and We Are One in the Spirit. So stand, loosen up a little bit. I can feel the power of love inside me. Feel the power of love. I can see the evidence around me. We are the power of love. And my eyes are open to the truth I now embrace. And my heart is open by spirit and by grace. I can feel the power of love inside me. Feel the power of love. I can see the evidence around me. We are the power of love. And my eyes are open to the truth I now embrace. And my heart is open by spirit and by grace. Bring it home. We are the power of love. 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 You sound great this morning. Let's sing We Are One in the Spirit. We are one in the Spirit. We are one with the Lord. We are one in the Spirit. We are one in the Lord. And we know that our unity will this day be restored. And we know we are family by our love, by our love. Yes, we know we are family by our love. We will walk with each other. We will walk hand in hand. We will walk with each other. We will walk hand in hand. And together we'll spread the news of peace throughout the land. And we know we are family by our love, by our love. Yes, we know we are family by our love. We will talk with each other. We will share how we feel. We will talk with each other. We will share how we feel. And the bonds of our friendship will be open and real. And we know we are family by our love, by our love. Yes, we know we are family by our love.
Thank you. Please be seated. We're going to begin with our land acknowledgement. Unity of Bellingham is inspired by the Coast Salish peoples who have lived here since time immemorial and commit to continue with them in caring for this earth as integral friends in the sacred web of creation. We affirm the oneness of all beings in the cosmos as we each manifest in our own unique and beautiful way to be on purpose to Spirit's calling. We acknowledge the interconnectedness and inner being of all creation and commit to living and acting in harmony with this oneness in all ways, reverently loving Earth and the web of all existence. We commit to living sustainably and healthfully in all ways, growing in our consciousness of care and showing up respectful to Earth and to all beings. We express God in all our loving actions for the earth, for all people, and for ourselves. Join me now in repeating our opening invocation, and you can find that on the inside of your bulletins. There is only one presence and one power, active as the universe and as our lives, the all-loving goodness of God, and all is well. Love the exclamation point over there. And we light this Christ candle as a visible reminder of the presence of love that we are. Let's make it real in our lives and in the world. Welcome, everyone, to Unity. It's such a beautiful morning. We're so happy you're here. My name is Jill Meadows, and I'm the service assistant today. Our music ministry welcomes Cheryl Hodge on voice and keyboards and Kate Curtis on vocals. And thank you to the AV team, the greeters, food providers, chaplains, and all who serve us today. The message today is being given by Cindy Clay, who is a fellow resident of Bellingham. She is a practitioner at Centers for Spiritual Living, and she's led a leadership development company team for over 35 years and is now transferring those skills to ministry. And I've already had the pleasure of hearing her speak, and I'm looking forward to hearing her wisdom and insights. Today she'll be talking about the twin sisters of manifestation, imagination, and belief. And we're so happy to welcome you here today, Cindy. If you're here for the first time, welcome. We look forward to greeting you with some coffee and snacks at the back of the sanctuary following the service. We'd love to get to know you better. As we prepare for our time of reflection and meditation, please hold the words of this meditation music quietly in your heart.
Heaven guide me, heaven show me the way, heaven guide me, heaven show me the way. When I'm lost and confused, heaven lead the way. When I'm reaching for you, will you meet me halfway? Heaven guide me, heaven show me the way, heaven guide me, heaven show me the way. When I'm lost and confused, heaven lead the way. When I'm reaching for you, will you meet me halfway? Heaven guide me, heaven show me the way, heaven guide me, heaven show me the way.
Together, we set the intention that we hold the people and concerns of our hearts with love and affirm in prayer their highest and best good. We hold in our hearts our children, our elders, and our earth. Please feel free to speak aloud anyone or anything you would like to have included in this prayer, or simply hold your prayer intention in consciousness. As we settle into a period of meditation, gently shift and get comfortable. Feel free to close your eyes, soften your gaze, or focus on the trees behind me. Let's just take a few deep cleansing breaths. And just appreciate what a wonderful feeling it is to be one with Source. This is a sacred time together, a holy moment filled with unlimited potential and possibilities. What a gift it is to sit in this knowing that the universe is breathing me, breathing you, breathing us, breathing the trees, breathing creation. Take another deep breath with the life of the universe. The universe is expressing as me, expressing as you, expressing as us, as the trees, as creation. Try smiling a little as an expression of the good that is the universe. The universe is being me, being you, being us, being Unity Bellingham, being the trees, and all creation. As a co-creator, take a moment to bless someone, something, or maybe a situation. See that person flourishing and thriving, their highest good shining. See that difficult situation dissolving, and solutions that serve everyone involved arising. Know that nothing is impossible and that the universe supports us fully. The universe is us. There is only one presence and one power, and it is good. As such, we embody love, peace, healing, abundance. Let's soak up this knowing as we rest in the silence over the next several moments. We are love, peace, healing, and abundance, and all is well. Thank you for joining me for this time of deep spiritual refreshment.
We've only just begun to live. White lace and promises, a kiss for luck and we're on our way. We've only just begun before the rising sun. We fly, so many roads to choose. We start out walking and learn to run, and yes, we've just begun. horizons that are new to us, watching the signs along the way. Oh, talking it over, just the two of us, working together day to day, together. And when the evening comes, we smile. So much of life ahead. We'll find a place where there's room to grow. And yes, we've just begun. Sharing horizons that are new to us, watching the signs along the way, talking it over, the two of us, working together day by day, together. So much of life ahead. We'll find a place where there's room to grow. And yes, we've just begun. We've only just begun. We've only just begun.
Look at that. That's like a little trumpet announcement. It's like, woo, here I am. Well, thank you so much. I'm Cindy Clay. And, whoa, we are just having interesting, yeah, okay, well, that's enough. That's enough. All right. Before I get started, I just have to say when I walked in and got the program, I was like, oh my gosh, that is so gorgeous. I'm going to frame it. It's so beautiful. So whoever did this, that is awesome. Janae. Wow, Janae. And I'm just super happy to be here this morning. When Reverend Frank asked me if I would come talk about imagination, I was like, oh yes, this is one of my favorite topics. And so I was just meditating on what that topic means. And the title came to me, Imagination and Belief, Twin Sisters of Manifestation. And I was like, whoa. And so that set me on just remembering the first time I ever saw the Twin Sisters. You know the Twin Sisters, the mountain peaks north of Mount Baker. And so I have to say, to give this context, Leo and I moved here 6 years ago. What was happening 6 years ago? A pandemic, right? So we moved here in the middle of a pandemic. And at that time, our neighbors were quite happy to wave at us from 60 feet away. They didn't want to be any closer. All the indoor activities were off. Churches were closed. And, I was like trying to get to know the area. So I was doing a lot of solo hiking. And I would often get in my car and just drive around just to see like what's here, And so one day I got in the car and I drove, headed east. And I came upon the twin sisters. And I didn't know what they were, but they were gorgeous. I was just like, oh. So I found out later that the twin sisters are on the ancestral homelands of the Nooksack people, and that the Nooksack people actually call them, I have to look it up, I can't remember how to say this, so just a second, Quick-Quex-Manic, which means red mountains. Because if you've noticed, they're red tinged because of how they're formed. And so as I was there looking at them and learning more about them, I started thinking about what that means. Why would the Nooksack people call them the Red Mountains? And in looking and researching around that, the observation was made that they were obviously, because that was such a descriptive name, that it was sacred land, that they had a spiritual relationship with those mountains. And so when I think of red, I think of vitality and life force and creativity. And so for me, the twin sisters have become a metaphor for manifestation, for imagination and belief. Twin Peaks, right? So, because I was so enjoying that, I looked up mountains in Charles Fillmore's Metaphysical Bible Dictionary. So this is what it says. A mountain represents an exalted state of mind where the divine plan may be perceived and unfolded. It's a state of spiritual realization. So Jesus often went up into the mountains. The Bible often said when things got, conflicted or hot, or they were, the crowd was after him trying to make him king, and he was like, I'm going up into the mountains. And he would go up into the mountains to pray. He went up basically to elevate his thought, to see as God sees, to know as God knows, right? So that idea of elevated consciousness, I think, is what I'm planting here, is that we go to the top of the mountain, to elevate our viewpoint. So Fillmore also says, the imagination is that faculty of mind which images and forms. Everything that is manifest was first a mental picture and was brought into expression by the forming of the mind. So imagination, Fillmore says, is one of our 12 spiritual powers. I think of it as my personal superpower because I love imagination. So there's another spiritual teacher that I really like who's greatly influenced me, and that's Neville Goddard. Do you know Neville Goddard? Right, all about manifestation. That's what that guy did. So in this book, The Art of Believing, he says, imagination is the beginning of creation. Imagination is the beginning of creation. You imagine what you desire, and then you believe it to be true. And then I'm paraphrasing a little bit here because I'm updating the language. You must learn to believe in that which you do not at the moment see in order to grant yourself that which you desire to have. I give myself permission to believe in my imagination so that I can have what I see for myself. I love that. So it's up to me to say yes to what I'm imagining. It's up to me to say yes. Goddard's spiritual teachings flow directly from the Bible. And so I was thinking about a quote from Hebrews. You know this quote. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So the Bible is talking also about our need to believe in the thing that we see in our own mind that is not yet physically present. And if you want to have more support for what that means, Webster's dictionary defines imagination as the act or power of forming a mental image of something not present to the senses or never before wholly perceived in reality. Even Webster's dictionary is living in woo-woo land. Have you ever imagined something and then brought it into being? I would hope so. I see head nods. So yes, absolutely, because it's what it means to be human, isn't it? So it starts with a desire, or sometimes just a niggle, or a mental picture that you just see for yourself. There's a beginning there where you have that moment and you go, oh, could that be for me? That's actually how I started playing pickleball, because somebody told me, I hadn't seen her, we'd been walking around Lake Patton, and she told me, I said, where have you been? I hadn't seen her for months. And she went, oh, I'm playing pickleball now. And I was like, in my heart, I went, I want to play pickleball. I could just suddenly see myself attired with my paddle. I wanted to go, So I made that happen. So here's the thing about imagination, though, is that some people scoff at it. Some people say, and there's even phrases like, it's just a figment of her imagination, or that's not real, they just imagined it, right? So some people see that realm in our consciousness where we're not dealing with our physical senses, we're just thinking about something, as not having any reality. But that's the beginning of creation. It's where it all starts. All right, so I'm going to tell you a story. When I was in my early 40s, I was divorced, I was single. There was a cartoon that came out in the New Yorker that totally resonated with me and reflected where I was. Because I had decided that I want to have a family. And it was like early 40s. And I was not in a relationship with anybody, right? And there was a cartoon that came out in the New Yorker that showed a really busy career woman, and fax machine was spitting out paper, and she was on the phone. Of course, she was multitasking. And she looks up and she goes, wait, I forgot to have children. That's how I felt. I was like, oh my God, I forgot to have children. And I imagined my life in a family. I mean, I could just see it. I was supposed to be in a family, right? So here I am, kind of over the age of childbearing, and I decided to adopt. And so I started talking to adoption agencies. Do you know that adoption agents, they didn't want anything to do with me? What I heard over and over again was, you're too old, you're not married. And one person said to me, why would any birth mother pick you? They want a solid, stable family with a couple as parents. Well, the problem with that was that I could still see myself in family, right? It's like, I got you. You don't want to work with me. And I learned about independent adoption. And in independent adoption, you hire your own attorney, you hire your own social worker, you do all the legal paperwork, you go find yourself a baby, you find yourself a birth mother, and you adopt, right? So I said, great, I'm going to do that. So I signed up for an adoption support group for people that are going through the independent adoption process. I was the only single person there. Now, in this process, I met Leo, my husband. There he is. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I went, don't date me unless you want to be the parent of an infant, because I'm on this road, And that did not scare this man off. So Leo started going to the adoption support group with me, which totally confused all the married couples that were in this group. They were like, are you engaged? No, we just met. It was like we were dating. Anyway, so he did this journey with me, and to shorten this story a little bit, within 6 months, I got a call from an attorney who said, I have a birth mother, she's in labor, and we dropped everything, and we went to the town where our daughter was born. Leo came with me. We were at her birth. I cut her umbilical cord. Yeah. And we brought her home, and that year, we did all of this in the wrong order. We bought a house, we got married, we went on a honeymoon, we had a baby on our honeymoon. And I was in a family life. And just to make that even more interesting, 18 months after Grace was born, her biological sister Jessica was born, and the birth mother asked us to adopt this daughter as well. And so we have 2 kids, a family. I am living in a family, right? Imagination and belief, right? Imagination and belief. Those are the twin sisters of manifestation. Our daughters are 26. She's going to be 27 in August. And our younger daughter's 25. And they graduated college and they're gainfully employed. So, I mean, I'm like, I succeeded. And thank you. And they live with us still. So I still have this family experience that I am so grateful for every day. And I am grateful that I did not let anything dissuade me from doing the thing that I knew was mine to do. So there's another law that Neville Goddard talks about. That's the law of assumption. It's not just imagination. It's also the law of assumption. And the law of assumption says you assume that thing that you want, you assume it is already true. You live in it as if it is already true. You persist in the assumption that this is already true. And when you do that, I love this, the universe activates and reorganizes reality. That is how powerful our consciousness is, right? So we are activating and reorganizing reality. If you sort of just apply that law of assumption to my daughter's adoption story, you can see that all the pieces are there. I assumed that I was going to be a mother. I persisted despite people trying to talk me out of it. And I got to tell you, everybody in my life was trying to talk me out of this. My brother, my family members, my spiritual teacher, all tried to tell me that this was not the right road for me to go on. But it just was like water off a duck's back because I knew that this was my good. I knew it. You couldn't talk me out of it. That's the power of it. So the thing that's interesting about this is that people will speak up and you will also hear those voices. I'll come back to that in just a second because there's another story I want to tell you that is about the power of having both imagination and belief together. And that story's from the Bible. So this is from the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke. Do you remember the story of the unclean woman who had been bleeding for 12 years? And what's important about that is that if you are bleeding, if you're a woman in Jewish culture at that time and you're bleeding, you are unclean. You're ostracized. You can't be in polite company. You can't go to the temple. You can't be part of the religious community. You have to keep yourself separate. So imagine for a moment that you have kept yourself separate for 12 years with this condition. And so she hears that Jesus is coming to town, and his reputation kind of precedes him. She knows he's been healing people. She knows people have been raised from the dead. And so she says to herself, I wonder if I could get close to Jesus and heal this condition. It's not very close. I think it looks like it from your side, but thank you. I will, however, move the plant. Okay. Yeah, good. Yeah, everybody be calm. There's distance between everything. Okay, so thank you for bringing it up. So she says to herself, if I can just get close to Jesus, that I will touch the hem of his cloak, that's all I need, just a little simple tap, I know I'll be healed. And so she comes up to him in the crowd, and the reason I'm emphasizing this is, imagine how much courage it took to overcome society's restrictions, right? To say, I'm going to step into this crowd and touch the hem of Jesus' cloak, even though I have been ostracized, shunned, and isolated from society. Overcoming an obstacle, I would say. And so she reaches up, she walks up behind him, she reaches out, she touches the hem of his cloak, and she's instantly healed. And the Bible says that Jesus turned because he felt like power go out of him and said, "Who touched me?" Now I got to tell you, this just brought back my all getting in trouble, like, so she had to like step forward and say, "Me," "I touched you." And his response to her was so full of compassion. He said, "Daughter, your faith has made you whole. Go free of suffering." Can you hear imagination and belief? She could imagine herself free of that physical condition, and she believed it so strongly. I think of that touching the hem of the cloak as touching Christ consciousness. If I can just have that moment of spiritual realization, that's all I need. I will be healed. Okay? Powerful. So powerful. So, I love that story, just first of all, because as I sort of imagine her walking through that experience, I imagine how much courage it took. So it's not that things just fall into your lap. So how many of you have imagined something, or you've wanted a condition to change, or you've wanted some experience you've had in your life, and along with that come voices of doubt and uncertainty and you can't have that, and yada, yada, yeah. Why you? You're too old, you're too young, you're too fat, you're too skinny, you're too educated, you're not educated enough. They say whatever to try and dissuade you, and I see a number of you kind of went, "Oh, I've heard that voice before." So here's what I think about this. That is the voice of doubt and fear. And it's a good news, bad news situation, because the bigger your vision, the bigger your imagination, the louder those voices speak. Dadgummit. But here's the thing. They have no power. The only power they have is the power that we give them. They are phantoms. And they appear so that we can deny them. And I'm thinking right now about the spiritual teacher Emma Curtis Hopkins. She was a Christian mystic in the last century, and she actually taught the Fillmores and taught Ernest Holmes, who's the founder of Centers for Spiritual Living, my denomination. And she says those voices of doubt arise so that we can take away their power, we can deny them. And the reason we do that is because we know there's only one power, there's only one presence, there's only one creative source, there's only one life, and we are living it. There's not two powers. So if we think, "Oh, well, I can't have that because my wiser self just spoke up," right? We're really affirming that we are separate from our divine source. We're really affirming that there's two powers, not one, right? So we're called to go, "No, I do not believe in that voice of doubt. That is not what's true of me," right? We're called to deny them. And that's a powerful part of this process. So I think sometimes when we hear that voice, we think, "Oh, well, I guess I'm not supposed to be doing this because some other voice is telling me no." Persistence is part of the process, according to Neville Goddard. You persist in the assumption that what you want is yours, despite what the voices say. And I have to say, in my story, the voices were outside me. Like, every person that I told I wanted to adopt was like, "What?" "Are you sure you want to do this?" And I kept going, "I am sure," So the voices can be inside and the voices can be outside. All right. So Neville Goddard talked about cultivating faith, cultivating the state of mind that allows manifestation to happen. And so I like that idea because I like the idea that if belief feels apart from me, that there is a way to enrich that, to make it more likely that I can have faith and have belief in what I want. And so what he says is that you want to cultivate your faith and your belief when you're in a relaxed state of mind. So that might be when you first wake up in the morning, when you're lying kind of in that nether space between sleep and getting out of bed, or it might be after meditation. So you've meditated and you're feeling really relaxed. That's the place to start cultivating it. Or, this is my favorite, before you go to bed at night. So before you go to bed at night, to imagine yourself with this thing that you desire, fully realized, right? To allow yourself to assume that it's true, and then to have all the feelings associated with that. Elation, awe, wonder, gratitude, love, joy, to just allow those feelings to be with you in consciousness, reinforcing and supporting your belief in this thing that you want. And then you go to sleep, right? And I love this because this is where neuroscience is catching up with spiritual teaching. So what happens when you go to sleep is that everything that's in your hippocampus, in your short-term memory, starts to be moved to your neocortex, to your long-term memory. Your brain starts to consolidate that experience of having what you want into your long-term memory. Is that not cool? And your amygdala, which is the seat of all emotion, it knows doubt and fear and all of that, and it also knows faith and trust and elation and gratitude and happiness. Your amygdala starts to rewire while you are sleeping, creating new neural connections that support your belief in the thing that you want. So when you wake up in confidence, in trust, in gratitude. Don't you want to start doing that? Doesn't that sound good? You've planted those seeds of your imagination and your desire, and now your brain is making it real. So when you wake up, it's not a magic trick. Your brain is rewired to support your belief in the thing that you want. I love that. I love that because it tells me I don't have to just sit around hoping my feelings will change, right? Like, oh, I feel afraid. I guess I will sit here and do nothing until I no longer feel afraid, you know? It's like, how likely is that going to happen? Not very. So, all right, let me just share a quote from Ernest Holmes. What would happen if we could convert the energy of fear to faith, the energy of doubt and uncertainty into a feeling of belonging to the universe and being safe in it? Would not the original artist himself go forth in a new creation through us? Wow. So I am here to convert my fear to faith. I am here to convert my doubt to certainty, right? I am here to go forth in partnership with the original artist to co-create the life I want to live. That's what we're doing here. So I have a little homework for you. Don't you love homework? This is a thing, this is what to do this week. So I want you to think about something you want. And it doesn't have to be a big thing. It can be a little thing. You know, I wanted a new car because my old car was not working very well. And I wanted it so much that I started looking up new cars and reading Consumer Report reviews and figuring out what's the next car I would buy. And the universe allowed Leo to total my car. He came home and he goes, oh, honey, I'm sorry to tell you this, but I rear-ended somebody and the airbag went off and I went, you totaled my car. No one was hurt. Just be clear. No one was hurt. My car was totaled. I had already picked out the car that I would buy if anything like that happened, right? And I have my car now, my new car. Anyway, I'm sorry that you had to be the vehicle for that, but yeah. So pick something. It might be a new car. It might be, in my daughter's case, a puppy. It might be a healed relationship. It might be a healed physical condition. But pick something and then cultivate your faith this week. Imagine what you want to have happen in that situation. And then cultivate your belief in that happening. Because when you do that, the universe activates and reorganizes itself. So then your job is to just pay attention. Pay attention to synchronicity, to steps that open up where you go, oh, I could take that step and that would bring this about. Pay attention to the people that are showing up to help you. Just pay attention and notice that what's happening with the power of your imagination to shift reality. So I hope you'll play with that this week. I'm going to just summarize what we've been talking about. Okay, first of all, imagination and belief are the twin sisters of consciousness, right? And so whenever you see the twin sisters or talk about them, I want you to remember that what they stand for is imagination plus belief and your power, okay? Second, imagination is one of our God-given superpowers. We are expected to use it. It's how we create the life we want to live. Third, imagination activates and reorganizes reality. It all starts there. Goddard says imagination is the beginning of creation, just the beginning. And then we goose it with belief. And you can intentionally cultivate belief or faith. So like the woman who desired to be healed in the Bible, reach out and touch Christ consciousness and allow that to bring your desires into being. See yourself as already fulfilled. See yourself as already living in that desire that you have. And I hope you'll play with that homework assignment. So I'd like to end with a quotation from Ernest Holmes. There is a place on the side of the mountain we are all ascending, where having gone beyond the peaks that obstructed the light for us, our ascent touches an apex where no longer any shadows are cast. This is the light that is spoken of, that lighteth every person's path. And you believe that you live, believe that you are that light. As you believe in the possibility of your own soul, believe it is God. As you believe in God, believe in yourself. So I invite you to ascend the mountains, ascend to that spiritual viewpoint, open yourself up to what God wants to create through you. Notice and hold the imagination and cultivate the belief in what you want to bring into being, and then manifest that great good in your life. And you'll be living on purpose. Thank you. So I want to just take that into prayer. Don't start playing the piano yet. Just join me in a prayer. So I am right here and now opening myself up to the mystery, to the beauty and the power of the one presence that is right here and now in this room, filling my heart. I affirm that I am one with this power and presence. I am one with the spiritual elevated viewpoint of life. And that through me, God manifests what I desire and what heals the world. And everything that is true of me is true of every person in this room. We are magnificent spiritual expressions of life, co-creating everything that we desire. And I know that when I have those moments of doubt and uncertainty, of fear, that I can stop, I can release, I can affirm what I know to be true, that God is all, the one power, the one presence, the one life that is my life. And knowing that, I can trust my imagination, I can cultivate my belief, I can feel what it's like to have exactly what I desire. I'm so grateful for this little active brain that's creating new neural pathways tied to exactly what I want. I am so grateful to know the truth spoken by these spiritual teachers like Goddard and Fillmore and Holmes and Hopkins, all speaking of our power and what we can do to create a beautiful life. And so I release these words now into the action of the creative medium, the creative source. I say thank you, sweet spirit. And so it is. All right. I think somebody goes now. Is it you?
We need the people for the offering.
Yes, Jill.
That was marvelous. Thank you so much. As I said, I've had the pleasure of hearing Cindy speak, and I imagined her being a guest speaker here, and I planted the seed of that idea with Frank, who took off with it. So, and here she is. Yay! Manifest in reality. All right, so now is the time for our offering. And I look only to God for my prosperity, and I deal honorably with God and the divine flow of my finances. I tell the truth about God's abundance, and I let go of words of limitation. Join me now in saying our offertory blessing, which is also printed in the inside of the bulletin cover. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. We are grateful.
You and I must make a pact. We must bring salvation back. Where there is love, I'll be there. I'll reach out my hand to you. I have faith in all you do. Well, just call my name, I'll be there. I'll be there to comfort you, build my world dreams around you. I'm so, so glad I found you. I'll be there with a love so strong. I'll be your strength. I'll keep holding on. Let me fill your heart with joy and laughter. Togetherness, that's all we're after. Wherever you need me, I'll be there. I'll be there to protect you with an unselfish love that respects you. I'll give you strength to carry on, carry on. You should ever find someone new, I know he better be good to you. 'Cause if he doesn't, I'll be there. Sing along if you want, here we go. I'll be there. Ooh, be there whenever you need me. I'll be there. Just look over your shoulder, baby. I'll be there. I'll be there. Just call my name. I'll be there.
It was beautiful. Yeah. Thank you. I'm just going to do the blessing of the offering. Yeah. So, I am so grateful for the love in this community, expressed in time and talent and money, and all collectively creating this vibrant place. Thank you for inviting me to be part of it. Thank you for supporting it. I bless it.
All right, and now it's time for the announcements. So I've got my little cheat sheet here. So today is Earth Care Day. So the Earth Care team will be meeting after the service to do their grounds work. And we appreciate all of you as well. And then we are thinking about, Unity Bellingham is thinking about a neighborhood garage sale where everybody brings things to the church, pick a date, and things you want to release, and we sell them here, and Unity gets the money. And so just something to think about. So not going, it's just an idea. It's just an idea in our imagination right now, and so just think about that. And if you would be interested in doing something like that, go ahead and let Frank know, and I'm sure he'll be talking about it again in the near future. We also have the next radio hour, My Man Godfrey performance, this coming Friday at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 2 p.m. Tickets are online or at the door and only cost $15. We also have a mosaics class going on, art class, and it will be here at Unity Bellingham on July 11th. It's also kind of moving around the community. So there's another option at the What Comes Center in between now and then. This Wednesday, the new chaplain training group will be starting, and we are to bring lawn chairs. Okay, we're meeting outside. Awesome, that's exciting. So it's 6:30 to 8 for those who signed up to do the chaplain training, and it's the next 4 Wednesday evenings. And we also have August 7th, Friday, which is a Friday at 7 p.m., an evening with Don Miguel Ruiz Jr. He'll be speaking at this church. You can find more information to purchase tickets on the Unity Bellingham website. Did I miss anything? That's good enough for now. Okay, all right. So we'll join in our congregational song.
God is my source.
God is my source.
Right in your pamphlet there. Yeah, you got it.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Joy is my source, joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Peace is my source, peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. Peace gives me everything I need. One more time. Peace gives me everything I need. All right. Woo-hoo.
All right.
Well
As
done.
we complete our service today, please join in saying our prayer for protection. And we do include everyone, everywhere. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Thank you for being with us today. Have a blessed week, and we look forward to seeing you soon. And now we'll join in our closing sign. We open our hands. You can hold hands if your neighbor wants to, or just hold energy together. If you're at the end of the aisle, you can extend your hands to include all, including those who are not with us today. And we are closing with the peace song.
Thank you, Jill. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. All right. Thank you, Kate.